Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Tuesday. All right, guys. Well, I hope everybody had a great Labor Day. I can definitely tell, which I told Jason right before coming on here, um, that I'm sounding a little bit more nasally. And I was like, what is going on? He's like, we've been nonstop for like the last 2 weeks. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm running my body down. I'm not listening to it. Okay, great. So then I was like, okay, I promise after I do my videos today, then I'll end up resting. But if you guys didn't catch Anchor Watch with Jason and Gelsey, definitely go be a part of that. And in the meantime, Karen Huger has been released from prison and we got some to talk about. So if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell and let's jump right in. I do have to say this. You guys are always asking me, and whether it's sunshine or rain or sickness or health, thank God for my Blue Mean Face Pro 2.0 because it's always keeping my face snatched. It uses these little microcurrents, and you can change the setting, but you can hear the vibration, and it literally lifts, illuminates, and rejuvenates your skin, takes the inflammation out. The best for travel. I have two for that reason, but also when I'm not feeling well, it makes me feel incredible too. So normally it's $300, but if you click on my link, in the description, also pinned in the comment section, you will get $200 off. And if you don't love it, they'll just refund your money. Now, with that, look who is out of jail. Karen Huger from the Real Housewives of Potomac. She was released from prison today after serving 6 months of her sentence. Now, the release is early because she was originally sentenced to 2 years in prison with 1 year suspended. But her conviction came from the DUI incident that happened in December of 2024, where she crashed her Maserati. Now, following this DUI arrest, there was body cam footage that captured Karen slurring her words, referring to herself as Thomas Jefferson's concubine, and referencing her Grande Dame persona. So it was actually in an episode on season 9 where she confessed to not recognizing herself in that footage. Here's the thing about this. I really hope she does not pull a Shannon Bedore and come out of jail. And I mean, Shannon Bedore didn't really go to jail, but come out of jail and start filming again and start immediately like bringing cocktails on or diving into that. This is 4 DUIs. This wasn't one isolated incident. This was 4 incidents, which means that there is a pattern, and the pattern is clearly a problem because the first 4 times she didn't hurt herself or anybody else. Okay, so you were touched by an angel, but God forbid it happens a 5th time and there's somebody who's walking between that tree and your Maserati or something like that. Like that's a freaking issue. That's an issue and it's terrifying. So hopefully she took something away from this. Now, once she was released, she was photographed by media and shared on social X. And one image even showed the Bravo production crew setting up to film her release, suggesting that her exit will probably be a part of the Real Housewives of Potomac season 10. And a video captured her in the back of an SUV where she lowered the window to wave at the cameras. But I'll show you guys that video. It was earlier in the year, though, where Giselle Bryant shared that she was shook by the news of Karen's incarceration. And she's been checking on her well-being, but season 10 is supposed to premiere on Sunday, October 5th. So people were like, oh, well, the cameras are still rolling. No, I think that they just picked the cameras back up for this specific situation, which I kind of figured that they would because it was very reminiscent of what they did with Teresa Giudice. Matthew Torres posted this, though, where you can see, and she's waving. She's like, bye, bye, bye from prison. Yeah, she's like, I'm getting out of here. Girl, I would be running too. And you could see that they had her ready to go. They made sure that she was looking like she was ready to go. And I'm sure today is probably going to be an incredibly emotional day for her and her family being back in the house and really probably reflecting on everything that she's been through. But it's called prison. It's not called fun. It's not supposed to be fun. So I'm sure that there were a lot of experiences in this that were hard for her. And all you can hope is at the end of the day that she took this as a learning curve. And now there was something positive that can be spun out of it. But moving on, I wanted to talk about this. So Portia Williams is now demanding that her ex-husband Simon Gobadia pay a substantial amount of $666,359.55 following their divorce and his deportation. So the divorce was finalized back in June of 2025. There was a whole drawn-out legal battle over enforcing their prenuptial agreement, but Simon was deported to Nigeria and is appealing the ruling and also claiming that Portia withheld key financial information like her Real Housewives of Atlanta paycheck, which should invalidate the prenup. Now, as far as Portia, she has a few demands. Mm. The demands include payments for alimony, her attorney's fees, marital residence expenses, property taxes, and she also requested that Simon forfeit his equity in their marital home. She gained possession of the house in the divorce ruling, but she must refinance within 36 months to remove Simon from the title. Otherwise, she may be forced to sell the home and split the equity. Now, in the court filings, Portia accused Simon of exhibiting a knowing, intentional, and ongoing disregard for this court's authority and the final judgment that it issued. But the judge has not yet ruled on that motion. Simon came out though, and he was pretty guns ablazing in why he feels like he should not have to pay her for any of these things. He revealed in the court documents, which I talked about this briefly before, that she earned between $8 and $9 million in 2024, which is a massive, massive amount of money. And so when you think about somebody who has their own income and they're earning this much money, I mean, it's not like she wasn't married to Jeff Bezos, you know? Clearly, she has the means for herself, but she wants also what they agreed on, which was the alimony and the fees to be paid. Some are going to say that she's being greedy, but she might look at it like, I thought I was going to be with this man for forever. And now this is so embarrassing. And everybody sees that I'm getting another divorce and I have to share this. And I was conned by this man. I never knew that he was deported. I never knew, which I also kind of find really odd that she didn't know any of this stuff about this man. Because if you go back to earlier seasons of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, she was trying to do a baby nup with one of the men that she was dating at the time. And he was like, "This is extortion. What the hell is this?" And she said, "Not extortion, but it's like if you were doing that much like due diligence into creating contracts like that, then how did you not just have somebody do a background check on this man to find out what the hell was actually going on behind the scenes?" And I'm surprised that Dennis also didn't do a background check on this man to see who exactly was in the house with his daughter. Hmm. Okay. We'll find out. I want to hear what you guys think, guys. Pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. If you didn't catch Anchor Watch with Jason and Kelsey, go be a part of that. And don't forget to check out my link for my Blooming Face Bro 2.0. I love you guys, and we'll see you later. Bye, guys.